Here we've got a pretty simple instructional video on how to do seafoam on the Subaru Wrx, the FA motor post 2015. Haven't seen anything good on this ever, so figured I'd do it. Alright, so what you're going to need, obviously, can of seafoam. Plug, you know, hey, seafoam, I want some money. Just kidding. I usually get the one with the little red straw. It's just easier for me and kind of helps with this technique. And then you need any form of ratchet, or, you know, a screwdriver with a ratchet tip, or, you know, a socket tip, whatever. It's 10 millimeter to get your manifold air sensor, airflow sensor off. So that's it. It's a really simple process. I don't use the engine cover, so I've already got that off. But if you got an engine cover on, man, just take that shit off. And what I'm doing right now is taking that 10 millimeter socket and taking off this manifold airflow sensor. And also, a little side thing, this airflow sensor gets super gross. So I just take common electrical cleaner. It's like a automotive electrical, you know, component cleaner or whatever. You can find it at any auto shop or whatever. And I'll just blast this thing. I mean, just clean it off. Right now, this seafoam's getting it too. So, I mean, it's just a double whammy. I'd do it if you know, have the time and, you know, have fun working on your car like I'm sure most of us do. I know I do. I love this shit. Now, what I'm doing right now is putting this straw on this can of seafoam. Kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, so now that you got that open, just set it to the side. And I'm going to try to go into each one of these intake tracks. I'm going to try and stick it down in here and give a little spritz in each one. So I'm going to push it down to front right here, give it a couple little spritz. Now I'm going to go back right, see if I can get it in there. Yeah, back right, give it a couple spritz. Now front left, try and get it in there, a couple little spritz. Now we're going to go back left and a couple spritz. Now I'm going to do just down in the center here and just do a couple spritz in there, and that'll just hopefully suck through random ones and, you know, swirl around, maybe knock some shit loose. And now once you've got that stuff sprayed in, you're just going to take your manifold sensor, you're going to put her back in there. Whoa, almost dropped that. That would not have been good. And you are just going to put this thing back in here, tighten her down, and once this thing is put back on here, you're simply going to go and fire up the car. So here we go. This is right after startup. You're going to have to throttle the feather the throttle as you're doing it, because it's not going to be getting the right. It won't want to start. But it will start, and as you can see, boom, works. Alright, so last recap. Right there is your manifold airflow sensor. You're going to take that, remove this, pull that out, and then once you do that, you're going to take your can of seafoam right there, and you are going to spray it into hopefully each one of these intake tracks. And once you've done that, I normally pull a little bit, pool a little bit right there in the center, so hopefully it swirls around a little bit and just goes every which way. You're going to need a 10 millimeter socket, or 10 millimeter, you know, anything, wrench, whatever you got. So once you've done that and put it all in there, you're going to replace or put your airflow sensor back in, tighten her down as it should be, get in the car, feather the gas, and you know, once you feather the gas and get her going, it's going to start rolling some smoke. And rinse and repeat until I guess you don't see very much smoke, or you know, you're content with what you've done.